Hello everyone, my name is Fen Muir, and this is Starsector. So last time we had just picked some fights, and we are dangerously low on money, and we need to get some money. So we see these guys running away from us, and both of them seem to have about the same amount of money we can make for them. So we're going to go dark, and we're going to go murder us some pirates. You know the best part about murder? Is that when you're killing pirates, you're really not doing anything wrong. They don't have rights. They're not people. Alright, let's murder them. It'd be nice if we could like call them and be like, hey, if you join us, we won't viciously kill you all. What do you say? But no, we can't. So let's just viciously kill them all. So they're trying to run away from us. So we're going to deploy... Yeah, whatever. We'll just deploy everything. We don't need the hammerhead. The two drone tenders aren't really going to do anything. We actually kind of need to get rid of them at this point. So let's deploy right, and then deploy right, and then deploy right as well. So... Now we need something to protect the destroyers, the carriers, so I guess we will have to send out the hammerhead as well. Alright, so these guys, I want you to go here and try to hold that. You four, we're going to try to have you focus on these guys, so... I'm going to do fighter strike on this, this, this. And you, I want you to go engage that actually, not... Yeah. Okay, and these guys, we're going to have them go up there. Now let's see how horribly this goes wrong. So, before everything ends, let's order them all to just focus on one of them. So all their fighters go jump someone. And I have a feeling that's really not going well for him right now. It isn't. Okay, so they are four. Well, they're three. This is one, and you guys are two. Alright, so having them focus fire is just way better for me, so we're gonna have them all go after him. As our hammerhead is trying to make his way up there to chase those down. Alright, so once again, being able to have these drone tenders attack this thing is going to be great. You go ahead and attack that fighter as the hammerhead. Have him attack that, just so he can stay nice and safe. Since he's going to have no problem ripping that apart, let's have the carriers attack that one. Alright, we can zoom in on the hammerhead as we watch this ship over there just get wrecked. The drone tenders are screwing off with this missile frigate. They seem to be doing fairly well, actually, all things considered. But what's this? Who called in the fleet? That's right, because they have all these pila. They're just going to be flooding those guys with nothing but missiles. Alright, so it looks like they destroyed... Oh, okay, they got it. They got it. Cool. Well, cool. So what if we don't recover it? What happens then? The enemy salvage chief reports that ships disabled during battle can be restored basic functionality. Recovering these ships instead of breaking them for salvage will greatly reduce the salvage gain from these ships. Yeah, let's not. Let's just break them for salvage. Alright, so we just got a nice chunk of change out of that, and we have everything we want down here. I don't think I'm gonna want to go for these just yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and go for leadership now, because we're gonna want that one so we get more command points, and then because we're going to be telling our carriers to force fire things a lot more often, so we're going to want to be able to give them orders more frequently. And we are still sort of repairing. Let's go dock so we can then hopefully... Oh, so Didn't Station wants some heavy machinery, does it? Right, let's see if we can sneak up on these people. Hey dude, what's up? I'd like to get them both together just so it can be one larger fight as opposed to... as opposed to smaller one. Anyway, yeah, we're basically just wasting our time out here right now. So let's go to Anzaira and get ourselves the supplies we need. So that is a salvage expedition. And plus, our ships are going to start actually taking damage because they don't have supplies. So let's go out here. Go to Anzaira. Turn on a transponder. They're upset that we didn't have our transponder on, but you know what you're gonna do, right? So let's go to the black market. Let's buy all the supplies we can. Let's sell everything we don't need as well. Oh. Just selling all that metal. Fine, let's take fewer supplies then. How much do these cost us, by the way? It costs quite a bit. How much will it take to repair our ships to full operational? 69. I know somebody out there is currently going, nice. So let's get back up to get here. Repair ships. Then let's get maybe like 10 supplies or so. And where can we buy supplies on the cheap? We can buy them from Aslan, from Chizumotok for cheap. We can also get them from Nova Maxios. But let's go here. Let's go to Aslan because it's closer. So we need to... let's do that. Because I would like to get that for cheap. Let's go here and then over to planets. We're going to be looking for CH. There we go. Let's lay in a course. And let's get out of here. Oh, it's 2.4 a day. It'll take us... yeah, we should be able to make it. Oh, that's just to the jump point, eh? Okay, well, plan B is go back and buy 20 supplies. And then make our way there. Okay, fine. You know what? Let's just buy 40 supplies so we don't have to worry about it anymore. and then make our way there again. And what we need to do is we need to... Where can we go that has a bounty right now? That's an important question. Where can we go to make some cash? So here we have a pirate base, which we don't want to do. Here we have a bounty for a pirate base as well. I don't think we can take on either of the pirate bases. So instead, we don't have a whole lot of money. We don't have much in other ways. So we need a way to generate money somewhat quickly. We can't just sell all this stuff because it looks like that's what we're gonna do just so we can get ourselves some money. Talons, we'll keep those for now. And we can actually fulfill the order with Derinkiryu Station, actually. So we can go to procurement, I believe. Trade. So, yeah, they don't want it anymore. Oh, wait. No. Someone wanted some heavy machinery at Derinkiryu Station. I think. No? I guess not. Alright, I guess they decided they wanted something else. Or I just missed that. Alright, well, not really all that important. Let's go to see what we can do. So, what can we sell? We have a decent amount of fuel, not a ton. We have a decent amount of crew, not a ton. We have some money, not a ton. So, we need to find a way to generate lots of money very quickly. The easiest way to do that is with supplies. We can go to this place and then sell it for about twice what we pay in Chalcedon, in Chalcedon. However, that's quite the distance. We want to try and find something where we can sell it for a good profit. So Umbra seems to be where we might want to do that. So if we can get to Machateca, and then we can get to Umbra, which they seem to be in different directions, we can make quite a bit of money that way. Yeah, because the fuel is just overall more cost effective for us right now. So let's do that. We want to go to Machateca, and so let's make our way there. If we have to, we can just scuttle something, but I'd like to not do that. And there's still something out there. Dry field. So I don't know what it is. It could be something. So they're likely hostile and possibly a threat. But we don't want to fight something we don't have to. So I suppose let's head down there and hope we can make our way out that way. Because we don't want to take fights we don't have to right now. So the system bounty and fuel and Thiel. So where is Thiel? There's Thule, but we want Thiel. tiles over there. So what we'll do is we'll get the stuff from Nakata, from Nachiteka, and then we'll take it over to Umbra on the way, and then hit up Tile afterwards. And we need to go, even if there's just something out there. And so we are heading to Nakata, because at this point we're going to be running out of supplies and the ability to buy supplies, which we don't want. Okay, so to Nachiteka, and we need to pick up some supplies while we're there as well. So that's the #1 priority, and the #2 priority is getting as much fuel as we can. Okay, to the black market we go. Let's buy. I don't want to buy that much. That will probably be enough to get us where we need to go. And then let's buy as much fuel as we can. Okay. I need the money. All right, now let's make our way to Umbra. That's in Asconia. We want to go to. We want to go there first. We will most likely end up running into pirates there, which will not be good for us, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So let's turn up our transponder as we leave and make our way there. Okay, so as always, we want to be dodging any of the hyperspace storms that we can. I do like that the music actually changes a little bit when you go into a hyperspace area, so that's a nice little touch to it. We don't need to go to Sindria. We do, however. Let's go there, and then we'll turn the transponder on as we go in, so we don't make them angry. And then we're gonna need to make our way over to Umbra, and hopefully we can get there and not have a whole lot of problems, because we don't want to take fights right now if we can avoid them. So there's Umbra, a hive of villainy and piracy. So we are now out of supplies. Everything rides on this, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get in, sell off all of our fuel, and then go to Sindria and make enough money to not die? Okay, is this in demand in system? Yeah, it is. So we'll buy as much of that as we can hold. I suppose we could just like buy all of it, and then, because we don't have any supplies, but I have a feeling that would end up being more of a detriment to us than anything. So, sounds good. Now let's sneak out of here and try to escape. Cool. Let's go to Sindria. Turn on our transponder so everyone knows who we are. We're out of supplies, we're out of fuel. We're just barely limping along. We're gonna have malfunctions pretty soon. And we've done it. So we sell everything here. We make a little bit of a profit. And then we buy those sweet, sweet supplies. Well, although we can carry at least. We'll take that. Alright. We have been starving for supplies. Now we have everything we need. Well, we don't have everything we need because we need fuel, right? But we need to be able to... Wait, can we sell these at Umbra? We can, not for a great profit though. So let's not go with that many. Let's go with, say, 100 supplies. And then we need to buy fuel, which here is at a pretty standard rate. We'll buy about 100 fuel. And we are once again now breathing. And we could go and ferry ore back and forth. That's not really going to be what we want to do. We could look for another carrier, which we might do at some point. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are on our way to fight and collect lots of system bounty. And scavenge off the corpses of those who fought and died. We are here to make lots of money. And we are on our way to the tile system to take advantage and to gain all of the money possible. Let's go. Well, first let's repair our ships and then try to recoup as much. Ah, no. Remember, we're criminals. Criminals don't pay full price for anything. Ah, good. We'll be able to move back up to 200. Alright, now let's run for our lives and hope we can get, I don't know, over there maybe? Before they're just like, stop right there, criminal scum. We're like, what? What did you say? Stop right there, criminal scum! Alright, so let's see, we have our bounties, the tile system, 33 days left. How long will it take to get there? It'll take 6 days. That's not the worst. Run! Damn it. Alright, so we go dark the moment we're heading into hyperspace. And let's go. So it's so much better just to dodge any kind of hyperspace storms if you can. I think tiles further. It's just further beyond. And okay, here we go. I don't know, I guess this one? That one will work. Let's turn our transponder on. And hey, look, victims. Are they going to want to fight? They aren't. Well, that's just too bad now, isn't it? Because I do want to fight. Let's do this. Alright, so we're going to do the carriers and the hammerhead. We're not going to go with the other ones. We should probably just scrap those drone tenders at this point, but they are increasing the amount of scrap that we get. So, hammerhead, you go there. You guys, I'll support the hammerhead for now. He's just the big battering ram at the moment. Okay, so I want all of you, I want these carriers to kill these smaller craft while the hammerhead keeps the others busy. So, target that one. Actually, let's have you target this one. You target that one. And then the two of you target this other one. Have you target him, and you target him. Well, you are going to... yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I would like for you to... yeah, go there. Alright. Well, they seem to be doing a decent job. Just all the missiles coming in. They just don't really have much of a chance. All these fighters helping to overwhelm his shields. He has to choose between if he wants his shields up or if he wants to take hull damage. And it looks like he's chosen hull. Alright, well, that was quick. The only thing that's left to do is just full assault. Have everyone focus on him. As is the case at this point, with the entire fleet focusing on him, he's just dead. There's no choice. Alright, so we can claim victory and move right along. Let's instead scrap them all. So we can gain more of those sweet, sweet resources. Oh, we just saw some flashes over there, so I'm curious as to what those are. Is that a scrap? It is. Well, I would like to assess. It's a drone tender. You know? Free ship. But I think I'm moving away from drone tenders now that I have carriers. So let's begin salvage. Explore. Not now. Begin salvage. If I had known when I originally played this that you get way more out of salvage than you do from taking them and then scuttling them, I would have just did it this way. It's so much more effective. Alright, so there seems to be someone over here. So let's find out if they want to play. Alright, so who are you? Who are you? Probably a pirate, it seems. Oh, we could have... nah. Okay, so... so the pirates are probably going to be coming in out of that point. So let's just go ahead and see what is over there, shall we? Hopefully it's not like some super death fleet that's going to wreck us. Oh well, look at that. Quite a few rats. Well, I don't necessarily want to fight two or more of those at once, so I'm going to... It looks like they don't want to take that fight either. Oh, what's this? Yeah, let's just join that fight, why don't we? So that is quite a few of them. Let's move to engage. Alright, well, I guess it's time to deploy everyone. Cool, so the drone tenders... There's no points to take here. So the drone tenders, I'm going to make them a bulwark. So you go there. You are the three. You're all going to stay back here. Put you there. The wolf is going to be a step back. And the drone tenders, they're going to be over here. Just to give them a use, I suppose. And so let's see what happens. Right. So, getting rid of that Shrike right off the bat would be beneficial to us. So if we can do that and just pick him up immediately, which looks like we might be able to, then we can have the carriers target someone else. Let's have the carriers go after... Let's wait until the enemies get closer. Let's let them brawl a bit. So, does anybody seem to be out of... does any enemies... We're waiting for enemies to get themselves out of position, and then the carriers are going to jump on them. It looks like he's the most out of position. So, let's have all the fighters go straight after him. As the wolf is over here, doing what he does best, dancing around the enemy. And it looks like we just ate that one guy. Yeah, he didn't last very long. Okay, so the hammerhead is doing a great job of keeping the enemy at bay. But we don't want to let the enemy get too close. So now it's time for us to deal with some of these guys on a somewhat individual basis. We don't want too many of them being able to just do what they want. So if we can, we want to try and kill them with our fighters. Okay. We really don't want the carriers getting too far ahead, because once they do, they're going to be in trouble. So, alright, so we're taking that one out. This one's probably going to go relatively soon. And the drone tenders are actually being useful for something now. That's good. I like that. So the wolf is now having a little bit of problem, but he's served his purpose. Let's have the carriers, now that they've killed all of their targets, let's have them focus on this destroyer, since it seems to be the most out of place now. So this hammerhead, let's have him also focus on that. Let's have our wolf attempt to withdraw now, because he is currently in some trouble. And there he goes. Okay, so we can cancel this order and redirect the carriers a little bit. So we want the carriers to come back here. We want the drone tenders to go there, and the hammerhead to go there as well. Alright, so they're going to start coming from over here. That's fine. Let's have the drone tenders take care of him. Let's have the carriers also take care of... So the carriers continue going back there. No, that's not good for that carrier. But the fighters are on the way, so maybe they will get there in time to save it. It's not looking good, though. There he goes. So my carrier fleet, it needs more defenses, everyone! Alright, So our hammerhead is currently getting pushed back. That's not good for us. But on the bright side, we are slowly starting to take out their ships with our carriers. So let's have the carriers. You focus on... So we have no deployment points left. So we need the... We do need to give some orders pretty soon, though. So we're going to disable this, this, and that one. So the hammerhead is going to... Alright, so when do we have some points left? We do, we have points now. Let's have the drone tenders try to keep... So let's have him go after this destroyer. Let's have these two drone tenders go after that mule. Let's have this carrier go after that one, this carrier go after that, and this carrier go after that one as well. Alright, and let's change this to engage. Okay, so the drone tenders are engaging here. They should have at least a halfway decent chance with all those drones of doing something. As the hammerhead is supposed to be going over here, but it seems to be going after the mule. But that's alright. This destroyer seems to be going after the hammerhead. Oh, the destroyer has turned around. That's not good for the carriers. So, let's see what happens. Alright, so over here, those drone tenders, they spin. Alright, so all these fighters are likely going to come over here and take out this mule, and then they will go after this carrier as well. Okay, so how are you doing? He is in need of... He's in need of some help, I suppose. These guys are slowly cutting down that mule. And we actually do want to chase that mule down and kill it. Alright, so it looks like that pirate destroyer just isn't going to be enough to overwhelm our hammerhead. I do want to pick up that other mule once this one is dead. It does look like it's going to take quite a while because we don't have any bombers right now. Okay, so it is very slowly going down, but we should invest in bombers soon. Okay, let's like wait for that to go down, and then we'll just order the other one to attack. Okay, there it goes. Let's order you all. Let's order everyone to attack this. And let's get it. Alright, so this destroyer is trying to get out of here. We're not going to let him leave. They have they've killed some of our friends. And now, just in case there's anyone left, let's just full assault. But it looks like we finished them off. And do they really think they're going to be allowed to leave? We're going to pursue them! We're going to have our 2 decent carriers and Hammerhead deploy. Carriers will hunt down. We'll have everything attack this one first. Actually, that mule is pretty fast, so let's have the carriers try to kill that one first, because the others will likely be able to chase down. Right, so hopefully we'll be able to kill both of them, but it looks like that mule's kind of fast. We might not be able to get to it. But we will see. And are the fighters going to now redirect? I hope so. It looks like not, because it's not visible to the carriers. So it does look like he will get away. At least we got one of those enemy ships. You can see where he is, and he seems to be making... I'm not too sure if we're actually gaining on him or not. I think he is pulling away. Yeah, he is outrunning us. So he's going to get away. We might as well allow him to do so, I think. So we're not going to consider ship recovery. And I think it's time for us to make our way back to civilization. Okay, so we don't want that much, so we're gonna need to scrap. We're gonna have to leave some of this metal, and we have a nice bit of supplies. We have some other things here that we need to sell off at this point. We've also made a decent amount of scratch, and probably those pirates are all going to attack us now because they're probably weak. So let's try to get to Cibola. Yeah. It's not good for us. So we... can we outrun them? Can we outrun them? We have outrun them! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have done it! Here I was thinking that pirate fleet was going to be like, it's time. Bend over. And we were just going to have to say yes, Daddy. But it looks like we have ran away gloriously. So let's repair our ships so we can go out there and murder more of them. These are nice, I like these. Let's see what we can do now. So these torpedoes are really nice in that they home and they do a ton of damage when they hit. These harpoons, they're nice, they do a lot of damage as well. They're limited to 3 shots, so that's about... I think the harpoons overall do more damage than the torpedoes here. But whereas the harpoons are kind of slow, the torpedoes are very quick. You also have to be closer with the torpedoes, so let's not. But I think it is time that we said goodbye to our drone tenders. So how much can I sell you for on the black market, Mr. Drone Tender? So this guy sells for 1,500, and we could scuttle it for 7 supplies. Let's strip it first. Okay, I have to go to refit to strip them. So let's go to the drone tenders. Let's strip them. Then let's go to fleet and how much they sell for now. So 950, and we get 7 supplies. I think it might actually, in this case, be better to sell it. Though I think heavy machinery sells for a bit, so we're just going to scuttle that one. This sells for quite a bit more, and it scuttles for nowhere near what it would sell for. So let's sell it. So we have these 3 ships now, these 4 combat ships, and we're going to need more than just 1 hammerhead to defend them. So if we go to buy, we see that we have plenty of options, but not really that. We have a Gemini. They're alright, but they're not very aggressive. We could buy another Condor if we wanted to, but let's hold off on that. And let's see. Okay, so we can't really win in a straight battle right now against many of these. We are going to want to buy a salvage rig at some point, just so we can increase the amount of salvage we get. And we are going to want to sell a bunch of stuff because currently we are over. So let's refit our ships to the best of their abilities. This one's currently doing very well. Do we have any bombers? No, but we can buy wasps, which I really like. So wasps are a little expensive, but luckily we have some supplies now. So let's put a wasp and a broadsword on there. The wasps are on the black market. I like it. Because the wasps are just a bit better at killing the enemy than the talons are. And wasps make better interceptors overall, in my experience, than talons. The nice part about wasps is they do laser damage, which means they do effectively full damage against armor as well, whereas the broadswords don't. Okay, so we have those, and we can't put any kind of, we can't put anything of any real use on this beyond what it already has. So we have those. Is there anything new we can put on here that is going to be of more use? I don't think so. These are light mortars, so we could put more light mortars on it if we wanted to, but I don't think it'll be worth it. Alright, so I think we are currently as far as we can go with these guys. If we could buy some bombers, maybe that would be useful. We have the piranha bombers, which could be really good at what they do. And honestly, it probably would be a good idea to have one of these be dedicated to piranha bombers. Or we could just have the broadswords instead be bombers on 2 of them. Let's do that. Let's put piranha bombers and wasps on these instead of broadswords and wasps. Alright, so that should hopefully make them a bit more dangerous. The wasps are really good at killing enemy strike craft, like other interceptors and such. Okay, so we put down all the piranha bombers we have. Let's repair everything. We don't need to repair anything, and let's sell everything else because we just don't need it. Okay, so these are nice. If we had shuttles, these would be fantastic. We could buy some shuttles, and then they would be our killers, if you will. Because those torpedoes actually go pretty quickly. Okay. Let's actually look. What do we have on the black market? Do we have a shuttle? We do have a shuttle. This one will fit what we need, and it's 3,000 credits. It has some problems, but you know what? That's fine. We can live with that. Let's go over here. Let's give it, first off, let's strip it of anything useful. Let's give it both those torpedoes. It has 4 FUs right now that will love to use. Let's give it a light. Let's give it a Vulcan cannon. So this is now basically our little assassin. It runs up behind them, shoots them in the back, and then runs away, giggling the entire way. So let's. Yeah, there we go. So he isn't really intended for long engagements. He is intended to fight and then promptly run away. So let's do that. So the torpedoes, we don't want an auto fire. They're not. And we don't want them linked either. And they're not. Cool. Alright, so let's see what happens when we go with this. We have our little assassin shuttle. And let's test out how bad this is. After we sell everything, of course. Because, well, we just don't have all the... We don't have the room. Ah! Almost. Okay, so, made a little bit of money doing that. Let's go fight some more pirates, shall we? And then at the end of that battle, that will likely be the last thing we do for this episode. Alright, so they seem to be pursuing us. They're pursuing us. Let's go dark. Maybe. Okay. So with both of them, this will probably be a little bit of a difficult fight, I think. But let's fight them. Because it is our job to fight the enemy. We'll have our assassin try to protect the hammerhead. We will have our carriers try to stay back here and bombard the enemy from afar. And hopefully this will work out for the best, though there are quite a few of them. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is we want to kill off these enemy shuttle, because they're not only the easiest to kill, but they could be the biggest problem. So the wasps are already getting at it. The nice part about these bombs is they just keep going. They hit whatever they hit. And let's hope for the best. Alright, so there they go. And where are the bombers right now? There they go. Throwing their bombs out into space. Hoping for the best. And let's have our carriers actually just focus on him, because he's nice and out of place to an extent. Because he gets overloaded, he's going to get torpedoed for sure. Okay, so we want to bring the carriers back together. We want the hammerhead to come back over here. Alright, so, alright, we got one. The hammerhead is on his way. Now let's have everything redirect to attack this destroyer, since he is out of place. Wait. Yeah, let's not have you go and sacrifice yourself like that, Mr. Shuttle. Be great. Alright, so the bombs are coming in. The wasps are flying over. The carriers are currently out of place. But what can you do? All those bombs. Alright, so we need to pull the carriers back. And we need to get the hammerhead back out in front of them. Let's have the shuttle go over there to support this carrier. So hopefully he can prevent it from getting killed. Alright. Oh no! Well, that's not good. Alright, shuttle. Do something. I think he might be dead though. Or he may just barely survive. Let's have you go back over here and try to not die. You guys, back to attacking them. And we will see what we can do. Hammerhead is closing in. The carriers are trying to pull back. And I think it is time for him to exit stage left. Maybe, just maybe, he cannot get tagged by too many. And he's probably gone. He is. I think it may be time for us to exit stage left. Alright, so these guys, I'm going to have them withdraw when I have points. Let's get rid of that order so they make their own decisions. And let's hope that I can get them out of here. I prefer for you to actually go over here and do something instead of going that direction for some reason. Well, I guess he's just like, you know what? Screw that guy. Screw that Condor. What good was it for me anyway? That's you, Condor. Withdraw. You. Withdraw. And you, well, we can't really do much at this point. So, let's just withdraw. It does look like he is surviving, just barely. And it's time for us to run away so we can fight another day. And man, those condors are slow. I really liked drovers in the past because they weren't quite so slow. But we'll see. Maybe this condor will get away. It is very, very slow. Will he make it? Will he die? Only time will tell. And it's not looking good. There he goes. Alright, so it looks like carrier groups. Probably not good on normal. Very fun on easy. And is the battle going to end? I think it thinks these... I think the game may be confused. It thinks these fighters are ships, I guess. Can we leave the battle? That would be good. Is this a weird bug? Is Commando Broadsword going to take them all on? You can do it. You can do it, Commando Broadsword. I had faith in you. Yes. Do I have to go over here and hit full retreat to do that? Alright, so we took out lots of their ships, but we couldn't take out all of them. So we could potentially fight and win, but probably not a good idea for us to do so. So let's try to disengage. And now can we get away? It does look like we can flee. Alright, well, let's turn our transponder back on and make our way back to Cibola. We seem to have made some money, but we've taken some losses. As it turns out, combat is dangerous. Who would have figured? So let's repair our ships. Let's look at our fleet. Let's say, what do we not need anymore? Well, this was a good idea, but it didn't really seem to do much. And luckily, our carrier here now has a single destroyer to defend it. We've gone from we have too many carriers and too many battleships to we have precisely the number of carriers and battleships you need. Excellent how that is, right? So we could replace the Piranha bombers with broadswords, and the broadswords would be able to more effectively take down enemy shields. The drones here, they have point defense lasers. They're actually decent at what they do. So let's see, what can we do? And since the carrier is going to be in the back, we could make it our flagship. Since it's the biggest piece of crap in the entire fleet. So let's make it our flagship, why don't we? And Operations Center. We can't even afford to. I love it. Alright, so what can we do? So, if we get rid of the pylon, which is a terrible idea, we could just have the ship. No, I think I'm trying too hard to make this our really crappy flagship. But we would need 5 points. So we could have 2 sets of wasps. We could do that. And then make it our flagship, and it would be utterly defenseless. Not that that really matters so far. Do they have different bombers we can buy? No, just those. Okay, so I think our best bet here so far is to we'd be getting additional OP points just to be able to give this carrier more orders, which would be silly. So instead, let's give him let's give him more broadswords. Nah, screw it. Let's keep the bombers on him, and let's go and put safety overrides. Maybe that could be a terrible idea. Let's go with hardened subsystems so he lasts longer before he has problems. And the unstable injector would be nice, but it would also reduce the time that fighters take to show up. So let's leave this as is for the most part. Give it I'd have to futz around with it to see what happens. But right, let's give it as many shields as we can slap on it. And that will be what we can do for now. High resolution sensors on all these guys. Alright, so, alright. Well guys, that's going to be it for this episode. It's been interesting, I suppose. So, that'll be that. So, go ahead and comment, please. Go ahead and comment down in the comment section. Tell me everything I'm doing wrong. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And ring that bell. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.